baba ganoush. I'm also finally sprouting some fenugreek, some radish seeds. There's other types of seeds in this blend, medley. And I'm going to set that aside. But primarily what I want to do is I'm going to make a salad as well. Well, I don't have lettuce to go with the salad, but essentially it's going to have like radish, it's going to have cucumber, it's going to have some onion in it, and it's going to be awesome. But the first thing I want to do is just get out. Let's see, I think my cutting board's over here actually. Cutting board. My cutting board. And I'm going to get my eggplants. And I just cut them in slices. Goes and my rosemary goes and nobody knows but me. I don't know why I have that song. It's stuck in my head tonight. Anyhow. And somebody was saying earlier, like when they just dropped in for live stream, they're like, oh, I'm afraid to leave because I feel bad because then you have nobody to talk to. The reason I talk during the live streams is because sometimes I'm silent doing things, but if I were silent the whole time, it would probably be confusing to people. They'd be like, well, why isn't she talking at all? And then they'd be very confused. So that's the only reason I talk during a live stream is just because I'm explaining what I'm doing, because it's like a little just live cooking video. That's why. It's the purpose of talking during the live stream, you know? Ooh. See if I can get that into the trash can a little bit better. So. Looking at something. I mean, I think the live streams do work better when I do it on my iPhone. The only problem is doing the live stream on my iPhone, I have to make sure that I fully charge my phone. So anyhow, I think what I'm going to do, because I want to make the baba ganoush, I'm going to go ahead and just layer like all the eggplant in there. Because I basically, essentially, the only purpose of air frying them is just to get them cooked so I can make the baba ganoush. And I don't have, I was gonna buy tahini, but I was like, I don't know, I don't want to pay extra for something I already have. So I kind of decided, could I just use almond butter? And it might make it different, but I'm gonna do it anyhow. I'm just layering them up so they can kind of cook and play in the air fryer. Might be putting too many in there. I don't know. I don't think so. Perhaps. Maybe and perhaps. Maybe and perhaps. Oh. I have not ate any meat like substitutes, like soy-based protein substitutes, because I usually have a lot of those. Like, I don't know, because I like to have a lot of protein. I know a lot of people don't like mock meats, but I just feel like I kind of like to keep my protein higher, and I've just been eating like more vegetables and fruit, but I feel like I do need to have a higher protein intake since I eat a plant-based lifestyle, so I'm okay doing this. But I had some nut butters and stuff today. I just feel like I have a lot of energy when I eat just like whole foods, but sometimes I feel like I need also a little bit more protein. So I don't know. Because I've thought about like just going back, like what if you were to just eat beans and tofu, and I would eat chickpeas and like falafel. Like I thought about like what if I just did it more strictly that way. I've thought about it, and maybe, but I still feel like I need a little bit more protein. I get plenty of fat though. Like I'm not worried about getting fat because I definitely get fat from. Believe me, I have a good fat intake, but I just worry like because I know some people that are plant-based think protein just doesn't matter, but I definitely think if you want to grow your hair long, protein does matter. It's, you need those amino acids. So for me, if you're not going to eat meat, you do need to have some sort of protein replacement, but that's just my opinion, Everybody has a different opinion on that one. So I'm okay going like a few days here and there, like not eating, but I do take a supplement. I definitely do vitamins, and I just feel like you need to balance things. Like I'm always looking for the balance, Balance. You see, I'm a Libra, and I don't really believe in astrology per se. Like I'm not a big astrology fan, but I do think like there's something about myself being a person of balance, just needing that balance, I'm just saying. Make sure that you're pulled forward enough so we can actually have kind of wrap that. Just to kind of give it enough space so that when it's bump the temperature up to 400. And let's start. Yeah, I'm gonna let it cook at about 400 for, we'll see, like a few minutes and just see what it does. I just think it is good to make sure it's cooked fully through, So now I'm gonna start making a salad. I'm gonna have a lot of cleaning to do. A lot of cleaning to do. Like it's me in my big food prep time. Oh no, I'm getting into food prep mania. You know what? I only use those ones once. So I'm using them again because I'm going to run my dishwasher again later, but I only use them for beets. I want to reuse them because I was thinking, I'll run the dishwasher later, but sometimes I reuse. Okay. We need something to put everything in. So we're going to start with cucumber. Do I want to start with the radish? Maybe I'll start with the radish because they can be finicky. Radishes can be a little finicky. My dad loves radishes. I don't know. Like, I had stopped buying radishes, and I really do like the pepperiness. This is how much I love a radish. I'll eat it raw. It's so good. Okay? I still have that smoothie that I made yesterday, but I've kind of gone through, I would say, some of the other things I made, because I just had beet greens with broccoli stir fry and beets and carrots, And then I drink water and I drink coffee. But it's pretty light, you know. But I think eating light's good, actually. But like I said, I was thinking about making like a black bean burger or something, but I think tonight I'm just gonna focus on a salad. But I'm gonna make a good salad dressing for it. Something fun. Just wanna be kind of funsies as I'm cutting up. I mean, you could definitely do something with the radish greens, but I'm not going to this time because I already did something with the other greens I had. Plus, they feel kind of like, every time I touch radish greens, they just make my hands feel kind of prickly. So, like if they were homegrown radish greens, you could definitely do something with them. I just don't really save radish greens. Oh, beet greens are really good though. Some of the beet greens ended up in my smoothie. Like, you could, and a little bit of the beet ended up in my smoothie too, but I mostly just ate the beet cooked. It was good raw, but cooked, it's really good. I still have like a container right now, one of my little Pyrex things down here, soaking because I'm cleaning up all the beet stuff. Okay, let's wipe our hands off. Wipey, wipey, wipey. Okay. So, I'm just going to be checking on, the eggplant might have to cook a couple times because the thing is, when you make Bob, golly, Miss Molly, no, that's not good. Okay, so, when you make Baba Ghanoush, usually most people, they scrape off the skin or they scrape the contents out, but I love like the whole eggplant and Baba Ghanoush. So I'm going to make the whole thing. That's what I'm going to do, but I'm going to keep cooking the eggplant for a while because I want it to be fully cooked. And I just didn't feel like turning the oven on again. I ended up like with the banana bread I made earlier, I ended up putting it in the oven today because that just didn't really do well in the air fryer. Like I started in the air fryer and then it cracked on top. So I really would not suggest like a caloric air fryer for making like quick breads. I know I made a chocolate cake in there and that was okay, but I think structurally it's a little bit fewer components. I just think with the banana bread it's a little bit more complicated. So yeah, I would prefer to do baked goods in the oven. I think the air fryer is good for like pizza. I need to buy some tortillas and some vegan plant-based toppings and start making some homemade pizzas. Oh my gosh, I'm like really getting into like wanting to do all sorts of little cooking things. I'm really having fun with it right now. You see? Back there. So always cleaning as I go because I'm like, oh, that's not clean enough. This is not clean enough. Let's clean some more. I was going to get around to doing some of my art projects today, but I don't know, the whole day just flew away before I could get to it. I'm like, where did you go, Day? I need you back. No. Sorry. I do love a raw radish. I have so much. I love raw veggies, okay? Let me just come out and say it. I love to eat raw veggies and like raw bell pepper, raw onion. Yeah, I do. I mean, there's more nutrient bioavailability in cooked veggies, so you should eat some cooked veggies as well, just because you are gonna get more nutrients from like broccoli, kale, like even the bell pepper. You're gonna get more nutrients from it when it's cooked. That's the truth. But I just love the taste of raw, and raw is like refreshing, and it tastes good. But if you want more of the nutrient bioavailability of the veggies, you do need to eat some of it cooked. Yeah, but I do love it raw too. I like balance, man. I'm not balancing that on my head. Maybe a hairbrush. I just like to balance things on my head. When I was younger, I started doing that because I don't know, like if anybody's ever watched the movie Summer Magic with Haley Mills, but it was also something that women used to do back in the days, that they would balance a book on their head because it would show that they had proper balance. And I don't know what it was, but just seeing ladies in beautiful dresses balancing a book on their head, like that was so inspirational to me. And that was like something I wanted to do. Like I just wanted to, from a young age, balance a book on my head. So I learned how to do that when I was very young because I saw it in a movie. And I thought, well, if I can balance a book on my head, what else can I balance on my head? I don't know. I'm kind of funny like that. I like to balance stuff on my head. I'm feeling a lot better since I eat beets, pomegranates, carrots. You need to eat more veggies, guys. I'm just telling you, your like mood feels better. It really does. Like I know people say, but I do believe food be thy medicine. Like I think the more veggies you eat, it's just good for you. And maybe I do need to try and eat more, like, I just do. But you know, I think I do get protein because I have that. Like, I could just start putting more of the protein powder in food, I guess. I'm kind of like, I know people don't like the mock meats, but I still feel like eating some of them are good for my protein needs. So I'm going a couple days without doing it because I didn't want to go anywhere. But it still makes me think, could I do it long term? Because I feel like if you're not going to eat meat, like you need a replacement, okay? Because I'm not going to eat eggs. I don't want to eat eggs. I think eggs, honestly, I just don't want to eat eggs or meat. That's my stance on it. Even if it's like a humane, I just think eggs, to me, I hate the texture and I don't like it. I tried, like, a few years back, I was trying to eat eggs because even though my mom is vegetarian, she ate eggs and she thought eggs were good. So I tried it for a few years, but I always hated eggs like so much. So I remember I was trying it and I was never really happy because I always hated the taste of eggs and the texture. And I know eggs are just so popular and people are so triggered by eggs being more expensive. I'm upset about some things that have gone up in price, but not about eggs. Like, I could care less about eggs. I don't even like the mock egg stuff. Like, I tried it and I'm like, this is gross because it reminds me of eggs. I don't like that texture. Like, there's just a lot of animal products that people really love that I don't like. So I think in the end of the day, me being like plant-based, it's more just because it's definitely like a preference and a texture thing. I just don't like animal products. Like, I'm not a big animal products fan. Like, I just don't like the textures, and even like cheese, like people love cheese and how it melts. I don't know, I kind of liked the Daiya cheese on the pizza just because it was a plant-based thing on top of a pizza, and the fact that it didn't melt too much and didn't remind me too much of real cheese was actually kind of appealing. But actually, what I think I like even more is if I were to just make little tortilla pizzas and put some nutritional yeast and some veggies of my choice on there. That sounds really good. Okay, so our eggplants are getting nice and crispy. I think I kind of want to turn them over a little bit because the top ones are getting super crispy, man. Super, super crispy. The top ones got really, really cooked right there. but I want them all to kind of cook. So I need to kind of distribute it, I think, so everybody's cooking evenly. Like maybe if I can flip them, kind of. Do an eggplant flip. Yeah, I think, because I want to give them more cooking time for sure, so they're nice. Yeah, there we go. They're going to keep going. So yeah, those are my thoughts about meat and egg. So even though I decided I wasn't going to call myself a vegan anymore, nothing really changed with how I ate. It just was more my perception, because I really didn't really ever feel like, okay, I don't know. It was kind of weird because a few people, when the plant-based thing was, the vegan thing was so big, a few people would comment on my videos, but most vegans didn't really resonate with me, because a lot of vegans don't want to eat oil and they don't want to eat fat, and they thought fat was bad until they decided to become carnivores, and then all of a sudden they're eating like fat off the charts, but like me just eating a little bit of oil. Like I used to have some vegans come to my channel and tell me, because I drank sparkling Martinelli's like juice, that there might be something bad in it, even though it was 100% natural. Like that's how orthorexic that community was. I think the thing that just turned me off was the orthorexia of like the vegan community, and like the bikini crowd and like the bikini crew, and now you see a lot of people who don't know like the history behind, like, look, I don't have anything against Freely, but they don't know the history behind her and Durian Ryder and like the whole pour the sugar in the smoothie thing, and oh, I'm wearing a micro bikini, and that's fine, like she looks great, but seriously, man, like if it's just a selling point, and it's a little orthorexic, because there were so many young people, they were like, oh my gosh, I'm looking a little curvy, I gotta lose weight, I can't, like the obsession with weight in the vegan community was a little too much. And then they would say like untruthful things like the fat you eat is the fat you wear, even though there's nothing wrong with, as a woman, is having some natural fat. And they also, the thing that was the most horrifying thing about like the super raw vegan people, they said if you lost your menstrual cycle, that was okay. And they used to say, some of them said, oh, it's just natural, like when you go raw vegan, that you lose your menstrual cycle, or yeah, your body's adjusting or detoxing. Like they would say all these things, and no, that is a sign of starvation or malnutrition. Anybody who tells you that your body is detoxing, no. And they would say that they lost it for like months on end, almost to a year. That is not healthy, okay? No wonder a lot of those people, like, I don't really care if they want to eat meat now, but no wonder a lot of them went to the other extreme and they started eating like a carnivore diet, because they were just following whatever fad. Like the next fad would be carnivore. I don't know. The next fad could be radish diet. Like, hi, my name's Julia. Welcome to the radish diet. You need to just eat radishes all day, all night, and that's the most healthy thing on the planet. I'm joking. I hope you know that. Do not eat the radish diet solely, exclusively. You can eat radishes if you want, but I think, yeah, that's kind of the impression I get of them. The whole raw vegan thing is just like, how hot can you look in a bikini? Orthorexia. Let's be super skinny. Oh my gosh, you put on some weight. And all the vegans would have stories about like body image, weight. They do videos critiquing women that aren't losing enough. It's weird. Like, man, like it's good to be in a healthy weight range, but it was just orthorexia upon orthorexia. Like there was nothing healthy about the things they were saying. And then a lot of them recommended water fasting, because they would have all these contradictory things. Like first they'd say, oh, you can eat all the calories you want from fruit, but then you have to go on a water fast. And people got seriously ill. I think somebody I don't know all the details, but I think somebody died on one of those vegan water fasts. And you shouldn't be water fasting. That's so dangerous. That is so dangerous. But please, like, don't. So I know, like, people get real excited and they're like, but you can eat raw fruits and vegetables, but that doesn't have to be exclusively what you eat. And I wouldn't say that that's nutritious, because at the end of the day, you do get a little bit more bioavailability from a cooked vegetable. And cooked vegetables are not the enemy, and cooked food is not the enemy. So to me, I'm definitely into plant-based cooking and living and eating, but just this whole take on it having to be raw vegan is a little absurd. A little absurd, you know? I don't know. But, you know, I know a lot of people do well, and I know that that it might for them, but don't just follow something blindly, you know? Anyhow, I'm still going to be plant-based. It's just, but like I said, for me, I think it's more just because this is how I've ate for a long time. This is what I prefer. I don't like meat. I know that you don't need to eat meat to be healthy. I know that 100%. I can tell you that. Do you need to eat meat to be healthy? Absolutely not. Because, I don't know, I've been pretty healthy. I've done pretty well. I haven't had problems. So, do you need to eat meat and consume animal products to be healthy? No, you don't. But on the same token, a lot of people say that they need it. This is what I will say though. I think if you're going to be plant-based long term, you do need to have like adequate amount of protein and also fat. But protein is important too, because you're going to get all the carbs that you need. Believe me, on a plant-based diet, that's a given. And I think as long as you're eating like a variety of foods, you'll probably get a good amount of fat. Like, I would definitely use olive oil and eat avocados and not be all like, and I put some almond butter in that little cake I made today. So yeah, I get fat, but I also think protein, you do need some protein as well. Like, you need everything, but protein is important too. Okay, let's see how you guys look. Okay, I think, yeah, I'm gonna let them just kind of sit there, shake them around. They look pretty good. So I'm gonna turn it off, but I'm gonna let them sit in there so I can finish chopping up my salad. And they won't exactly 100% cool off, but they'll just cool off enough. So I'll keep chopping up my salad. Oh no! You put it over the side. That's not good. I'll have to get them later. If I go now, I'll get the tripod all shaky. I might have to go anyway because I'm going to go, not leave now, but go to get the radish that fell over the side of the trash can. Okay, my next thing is going to be the cucumbers. I've had them for about a week and a half, I think, so stand them up right here while I go to get, put that there for a minute. Need to go get my, oh no, it actually made it. I'm a pretty good catch. I didn't know. Okay, I was afraid that they didn't make it over the trash can. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is so cool. Like, these sprouts that I'm just sprouting right now, they're already beginning to plump up. That's awesome. Okay. I'm back. Oh no, it says, you know, I don't want my camera to die, so maybe I'll go get a cord for it. several cords, but I really love this colorful cord that my sister suggests I buy because it was on sale. Okay. It was on sale, I remember back in, when did I get it? No, it was in 2022. Why am I thinking 2021? It's just really beautiful. And I feel like it's a glow in the dark cord. I got it on sale for $2. Like it was a bargain bin thing at Walmart. It's a really cool cord. Okay. All right, so we'll keep going. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to peel. So these were actually organic cucumbers. We're going to peel them. I hate how everything has sticky stickers on it. Like really, why does everything have to have the worst of the sticky stickers? Like really? Why? Is that... I don't know. I just can't get it off very well, so... I didn't want to waste cucumber, but I just kind of cut it off. Because that's ridiculous, man. I don't know what I'm going to... I always peel away from me, like some people peel towards them, but I think it's safer to peel away from you. Like, I don't know, growing up my mom was like, oh, she peeled towards herself. But I always taught myself, like this was the way I taught myself to peel. Like when I got really good at peeling potatoes, I would say around the age of probably 9, 10. And I just perfected this technique of peeling away from myself because I just felt like that was safer. Like I don't want to peel towards me, you know? I'm just letting my eggplant kind of cool off, you know? One thing about vegetables in the wintertime is so chilly. Like, I know it's March, but it's just technically not warm weather yet here in California. It's usually warmer, but whatever. It's like, I don't know. I have become more acclimated to the heat. Air fryer warmed me up. On the cold winter's night, just use your air fryer. Do. Mmm. That's really yummy. You sort of made it into the trash. Halfway, not all the way. These cucumbers were from Sprouty Wowdies. It's Sprouts, it's not Sprouty Wowdies. But I would always say, I'm going to Sprouty Wowdies. I don't know why I say that like that. But I just like to see it like that sometimes. I think I'm going to buy my big aloe vera leaf again soon because maybe I want to do something with aloe vera again. I want to buy my big boy aloe vera leaf. Like the next time I do a henna thing, I'm going to buy my big aloe vera leaf and I think I'm going to put that in the henna. Maybe. I don't know. Or should I buy the henna powder? I don't know. I'm still debating what I want to do. If you ever do aloe vera in your hair, though, I think wet hair is easier to apply it to than dry. That's my thought. Because I did it on dry hair before. It made my hair really shiny, but boy, was it hard to rinse out. It was hard to rinse, 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 rinse. My phone thinks I'm going to bed soon, but I'm not. Suck it up, buttercup phone. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that expression though. Because the last time I hung out with my sister, she says she hates suck it up, buttercup. I don't know. I always used to say that. And she said there was this older lady that used to say suck it up, buttercup, and now she can't say it. I'm like, I don't know. I always liked that expression. Maybe I'm just so old school because when I was a young kid, I had these really old teachers. Like, if they were still alive now, I don't think any of them are. I mean, I think some of them were past retirement age, but just still teaching. And they would just say a lot of old fuddy-duddy type expressions. And then sometimes, oh, fuddy-duddy. That was one thing that my sister said. She goes, nobody says that anymore. I'm like, I still say it. She goes, do you say it because of mom? Maybe. But I also might say it because I had a lot of older elementary school teachers. Although I think sometimes the type of English that my mom speaks, even though she's lived in California more of her life than the Midwest, is very Midwest influenced because there's just certain things people said there that, I don't know, just... Well, I guess people just don't say fuddy-duddy anymore today. Probably not in 2023. Well, they might. I don't know. Literary people might. But she just laughed when she heard me say that. She goes, nobody says fuddy-duddy anymore. Where do you get these expressions, Lydia? I get them from my old-fashioned mind. That I just have, like, this old, like, grammar, like, way of speaking English. It's not exactly transatlantic. I'm not an actor from 1935 or something. But just the way I speak English is very old school because I had older teachers when I was a kid. And I think, and I love to read books too, and I think I just picked up certain expressions and phrases and things that just aren't really, but they, you know, we can bring fuddy-duddy back. I'm bringing back all the old expressions. So if you've never heard of fuddy-duddy and you don't know what fuddy-duddy means, fuddy-duddy just means someone who's kind of old-fashioned and uptight. I don't know. Not that I'm exactly uptight, but I think I'm just kind of, I'm old school, you know, in some ways. In some ways, not always, but like, you know, I just like, I'm more of a homebody. Or I don't know, introverted person, I guess you could say. Introverted person? Introverted person. The salad's beginning to kind of overflow. Well, I'm going to put a little, no, don't blow out, mister. I'm going to put a little bit of onion in it. Should really add a little bit. I don't want to get lazy with my cutting techniques towards the end because I like to have a nice, finely ground salad. Ground chopped. Ground. I act like it's ground brown or something. I don't even need ground brown. really tasty. Okay, I'm gonna get some of the other things that I want to put in the salad. Oh no, why is it? It's supposed to be charging. What's it doing? Is it not plugged in? It's weird. I'm gonna try it again because it's like saying. Okay. I feel like it should be charging. I don't know. Anyhow, it's being silly. I'm just gonna do a little bit of the green onion, I think. Just a little bit, maybe? So my onions need a little bit of a bath. Nice and cleanse. Cleanse your onions, please, before you eat them. Chop off the top. I've been hearing about people sprouting onions in water, but I feel like you could just plant them maybe? I don't know. When I say I like raw onions, I didn't lie. I love raw onion. It's so good. It's so, so good. So I want to make a very yummy salad dressing for it. Like a vinaigrette type, lemony concoction thing. What am I going to put in my little concoction? I think I have an avocado that I'm going to puree into like a salad dressing. I'm pretty sure I do have it. Or did I eat? No, I do. I have an avocado. And then I add lemons to it, of course. Lemon. Avocado, lemon. So it's good that the eggplant's actually cooling off right now, because by the time I'm done making my salad dressing, it will have flavored the blender, so it'll be good for my Baba Ghanoush. That's my plan, Stan. Boy, I want to have a lot of fun kitchen cleanup late into the night, though. Fun for me. This is the perfect avocado. This is super ripe. This is one of those organic avocados. I got lucky with organic avocado. I surely did. I don't want to waste any of it. No, no. In there. And then some lemon. I'm gonna put some water, maybe. Kind of. Do I want water in it? I don't know. Am I gonna want water in it? I don't know. Okay. I really need to get all the lemon out, yeah. Then I want more things that I'm going to add. So I'm going to add a little bit of water. Very well. So I have like some ginger, my ground ginger. I had a little bit of salt. I don't seem to have salt anywhere. I don't know. I thought I did. That's weird. I'm gonna add just a dash of the teriyaki seasoning, just a tiny, tiny touch, yeah, like that. I think that's good. Because I can't find my salt. Salt went MIA. My salt's just hiding. He's hiding out in the cupboard. I need to just pull everything out. He's out in there somewhere. It'd work if I plugged it in. I'm funny. lemon. Try some salt. It's very fresh. Very lemony. That's super good. That is really, really good actually. Very lemony, very fresh. Yeah, come on, lid. Lid friend. Here we go. Lid on it. You putting a lid on me? Yeah. You're gonna go sit in the fridge. Nice little salad. Just chill out. It'll taste even better later. This salad does. And I still have some of my pomegranate smoothie. Like, just take a bite of that. Oh, that's a long time. Alrighty, Roo. Look, our angle's kind of funny now. I'm gonna fix this a little bit. Alright, so now we're gonna get into the baba part. Not baba black sheep, but baba Ghanoush part, okay? So we have our eggplant. I think I might have to do this in batches. I'm thinking like batches, for sure. Because I don't know how much one time you can puree a good amount. So I have my baba Ghanoush. That's probably too much. But I need, like, what I'm going to use is the fat. I didn't buy tahini, which I really should have. I still have some squeezable tahini, but let's be real. That's not going to work. I need a clean spoon. And I just cleaned it too. A couple hours ago. But here we are again. We're just going to be spending all day and night in the kitchen for now, I think. That's just our new place to hang out, I guess. That's a lot. Okay. What else do I want? I need to add some lemon. I do need to find my salt. And whatnot. I need to find where my salt went to live. Salt, I need you. Where did you go? Let's find you. You've been going MIA on me. I need to know where the salt went. I'm like, it can't just drop off the face of the earth. Some peppers from Mom's garden. I'm still down here. I'm down here. Refried beans, raisins, cocoa tea. I don't know how I ended up with this, but I did not like it because it was something that my sister's like, let's buy this, but I will never eat this because it has lard in it, so I need to give it to her. And yeah, that's one thing I'll never eat, so I don't know. It's just been sitting in there for a while. My salt is completely MIA. I'm like, salty salt, where did you go, mister? I mean, we do need you. I don't know what I'm going to do because I don't have any salt, so I might have to improvise and just use some of the teriyaki sauce. I don't want to, but I don't have any salt, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm kind of stuck. I don't have any better options today. So, tonight, I need to just buy some. I'll just add a little bit then, like a tiny, tiny touch. Yeah. And then I wanted to have some spice. So, there. I have this pepper my mom dried out of her garden. So I've just been careful when I cut them up because I think most of it was okay, but some parts might not be okay. It's okay. I'm just gonna use, it's a very, very spicy pepper, by the way, so. Most of this looks okay, I think. This batch, I'm gonna use all of it. It's gonna be spicy, but that's okay. To get a little cloth. Okay, ready? Okay, I need to tamp it down. Because when you have a regular blender and you don't have like the Vitamix, you're kind of just playing around with food here, having fun and whatnot. Tamp it down, tamp it down, tamp it down. Let's see. Add some water. Not too much, but enough. Let's try it again. I think it's too, she's thick. Very, very thick. Very thick. Let's try. Okay. Sucky Wuckies. Let's try these sticky. Then I might add more eggplant because this seems too watery. You should be blending, mister. Just being stubborn. Now it's like, it's almost like gelatin. Like, because I want thicker than that. I almost think you could add more eggplant back in and try and get it. No, then. This away. Everything's out. Okay, that's better. Now that we're kind of getting a little bit more, I think I can put more of the eggplant in. Because I feel like we can put in the rest of the roasted eggplant at this point. Taste a piece of roasted eggplant. That's good. I really like it. Okay, so I'm gonna put more lemon in there and kind of push it down a bit more. And then I feel like we can add more of these pepper seeds back in. More of this pepper. feel like an impromptu baba ganoush. I wonder, I think the last thing I feel that would bring it, like, make it come together a little bit more, just a tiny bit of extra virgin olive oil. Don't want to add too much, but just enough. I feel like that might kind of make it more emulsified. Then add more of our lemon action back in. Lemon, you know. So I think I'm going to do one final last spin. Incorporate. I think that's good. I really do. I think this is really, really good. Might not be the perfect puree baba ganoush, but it's good. It's pretty good, I say. Let's see if I can rest it out. Some of it's gonna be stuck, but I think we can get most of it out. Most of it's gonna come out. Just kind of have to of it and just keep working at it. Fun in the sun. So we're going to have a little plate of it. And then after that, I get the fun job of cleaning the kitchen again. Oh, yay. I'm always going to be in the kitchen, but that's okay. I like being in the kitchen. I love being in the kitchen. I don't see it as a punishment. I love it. I love being in the kitchen. I really do. Up. So I have like my, oh, wrong one. Okay, like the homemade baba ganoush with the salad that had like an avocado radish. Yummy. It's so good. But it goes in the fridge. And then we get to, and then while before this, I'm just gonna kind of do some seasoning. This is like light and lemony on this side. Very citrusy. And even though there is some lemon in the baba ganoush, it's just like a contrast. More savory. It's so good. It's really good. So as you've seen the last few days, I've gotten really excited about eating fruits and vegetables. Some are cooked, some are raw. But all I know is I love to eat my fruits and veggies. Thanks for watching.